Hello everyone, good evening to all of you. I Rupali Singh welcome you all in our channel GS World. So I request all the students to please come live and then we will start the session, and today we will be having our session of current affairs. Apart from this, we will discuss some current affairs questions also. One article is also there, and apart from this, we will discuss the one topic related to your previous year's questions that have come in your prelims examination of PCS 2020. Alright, so here are some students: Shiv Prasad, Pratiksha, Raj, Tejas, Smita, Ramchanak, Ripunjay. Very good evening, students. So first of all, please like the session, everyone, and share it with your friends in your WhatsApp group, Telegram group, and Facebook, wherever you want to share it. And please subscribe the channel if you are new to this channel. Alright, so here we are going to start the session. So, and please do not forget to press the bell icon, as it is very important for all of you to get the notifications. And this is our Telegram channel GS World IS, which you have to join for all the PDF and study materials. So that is why you need to join this Telegram channel. Alright, so here we are going to start the session. So this is our first news, alright, on your screen. First news is regarding our International Mother Language Day, which has been celebrated on 21st of February every year. Alright, so International Mother Language Day was celebrated on 21st of February, alright, and it is celebrated every year to promote the mother language in every country. Alright, so here we will discuss the important facts about this. The idea is to celebrate International Mother Language Day, and it was the initiative of Bangladesh, and it was approved at the 1999 UNESCO General Conference and has been observed throughout world since 2000. Alright, so this day was started from 2000 and it was initiated. It has got the approval from UNESCO General Conference in 1999. And it was the initiative by Bangladesh. Alright, and the most important thing is the theme for this year. Alright, so the theme of International Mother Language Day for the year 2021 is International Mother Language Day, fostering multilingualism for inclusion in education and society. Alright, so it is the very important part that you should remember, that what is the theme for the year 2021 International Mother Language Day. It is your fostering multilingualism for inclusion in education and society. Alright, so let's move to our next news. Suraj, Shiv Prasad, Ripunjay, Aprajita, Chandan, very good evening, students. Please share the session with all your friends, students, and like the session, and please subscribe the channel also. Alright, so here is the news. The announcement of Australian Open title has been done, and who has become the winner. So Novak Djokovic in singles match for men's title is the winner, and for women's single title goes to Japan's Naomi Osaka. Alright, so Novak Djokovic wins the 9th Australian Open title this time. So let's see. Serbia's Novak Djokovic won his record-extending 9th Australian Open men's singles title after defeating Russia's Daniil Medvedev in the final at Melbourne Park. Alright, and this is Djokovic's 18th Grand Slam title win, and he is now too short of equaling his big three rivals Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer's record of most number of slam wins. Alright, so this is the important fact that you should remember, and important is that which number win is this. So it is his 18th Grand Slam title. Alright, and apart from this, Japan's Naomi Osaka cemented her place as the outstanding star of the women's singles game by beating American Jennifer Brady in the Australian Open final to win her 4th Grand Slam title. Alright, so in women's single match, in women's single tournament, Japan's Naomi Osaka is the winner, and she has defeated America's Jennifer Brady, and it is her 4th Grand Slam title. Alright, and in the mixed doubles, if we talk about the mixed doubles, Barbora Krejcikova of Czech Republic and Rajiv Ram of United States clinched the title, and they defeated Australian pair of Samantha Stosur and Matthew Ebden. Alright, so these are the important facts about Australian Open titles that you should remember. Who is the winner for men's singles? It is Novak Djokovic. If we talk about women's single, Naomi Osaka is the winner. And in the mixed doubles, alright, so the winner are your Barbora Krejcikova and Rajiv Ram of United States. Alright, next news, very important one. Alright, and Aisha Aziz has become the India's youngest pilot. Alright, she is just 16 years old when she got admission in the Air Force Academy, and she has become the youngest pilot to handle any aeroplane. So Aisha Aziz became the nation's youngest pilot when she acquired her student flying license at the age of 16, and at 25 now she flies Go airplanes and emerging as a role model for Kashmir women. And Aziz was given the First Ladies Award by the President of India in the year 2018. Alright, so this is the important fact that when she got the First Ladies Award by the President of India, so she got the First Ladies Award in the year 2018. Alright, and she is the youngest pilot of the nation, youngest women pilot of the nation, that you should remember, and hails from Kashmir. Alright, okay, Kirti Singh, good evening. So next news is regarding an agreement, alright, which is between India and Maldives. Alright, so India just signs $50 million defense line of credit agreement with Maldives. Alright, so here you can see that there is a defense agreement that is signed between India and Maldives. So let's see. Basically, you should remember that how much, what is the amount? Alright, it is the $50 million agreement that is signed between both the countries. The agreement was signed to facilitate the wide range of domains, including fish processing, public broadcasting, sustainable urban development, and road infrastructure and housing. Alright, so these are the other sectors where this agreement will be followed. The agreements were exchanged after the talks between External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and his Maldivian counterpart Abdullah Shahid in Malé. Alright, so basically you have to remember, and apart from this, India and Ethiopia have also signed an agreement. Alright, so these are the two countries in recent which have signed the agreement with India. Here are some static takeaways about Maldives. So it lies southwest of Sri Lanka and India, about 700 kilometers from the Asian continent's mainland, and it is regarded as the smallest country in Asia in terms of both land area and population size. Alright, and if we talk about the capital of Maldives, it is Malé. If we talk about the currency, it is Rufiya, and the president of Maldives is Ibrahim Mohammed Soli. Alright, yes, absolutely right, Ripunjay. If we talk about Rafale, Shivangi Singh is the first lady who is flying Rafale jet pilot. Alright, so it is also important. Yes, okay, so let's move to our next news and let's see what is the next news. United States officially rejoins Paris Climate Agreement now. Alright, so in the last year, what happened? Donald Trump has exited from the Paris Climate Agreement, but with the appointment of Joe Biden as the President of United States, within a month, United States has officially decided to rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement. So let's see what is in the news. So the United States had officially exited the agreement late last year on the order of the then President Donald Trump, and hours after he was sworn in on January 20, United President Joe Biden signed an executive order beginning the 30-day process for the United States to re-enter the global pact. Alright, and under the Paris Agreement, countries are expected to enhance their commitments to curb greenhouse gas emissions every 5 years. Alright, so these are the important facts that you have to remember, and question may come in your examination that which of the following countries has recently rejoined the Paris Climate Agreement. So you have to remember that it is United States. And if we talk about the goals of Paris Climate Agreement, the goals of the Global Pact are to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius and pursue efforts to limit it to 1.5 degree Celsius. Alright, so this is the Paris Climate Agreement, and definitely India is also the part of this agreement. Alright, so let's see what are the highlights of this news. So, United President Joe Biden is planning to hold a climate change conference on Earth Day, that is 22nd April this year, and many leaders of the world will be involved in this conference. In the conference, Mr. Biden will release America's goals of reducing carbon emissions by 2030. Alright, so these are the important facts and important things that you should remember, that basically by which year India is planning, or India has goals of reducing carbon emissions. So you have to remember that this would be 2030. By the year 2030, Mr. Biden or United States will release America's goals of reducing carbon emissions. Alright, and if we talk about Paris Agreement, that when was this agreement signed? Alright, so basically to tackle climate change and its negative impacts, around 197 countries adopted the Paris Agreement at the COP21 in Paris on 12th December 2015. Alright, and this Paris Agreement formally entered into force on 4th of November 2016. Alright, so here are 2 points that you should remember. Number one is this: when this Paris Agreement was adopted, so it is your 12th December 2015, and when we talk about that when it came into force, then its date is your 4th November 2016. Alright, and what is the aim of this Paris Agreement? It aims to tackle climate change and its negative impacts, and how many countries are the member countries of this Paris Agreement? So this is your 197 countries. Alright, so now we will move to our questions. Yes, Ripunjay, last year America has decided to exit the Paris Agreement, alright, and it has exited last year. Prayagraj TV, this class is for English medium students, and if you want to join and if you want to attend the Hindi medium class, then you can join in the morning at 7 a.m. Alright, there is a special class for all of you, for all the Hindi medium students. You can join the class in the morning at 7 a.m. Alright, so here we are going to discuss some current affairs questions. So first question is on your screen, and as we have to discuss one article also and previous year's question also, so we have less time, and we get less time, so that is why it is important to discuss all the questions and articles in time. So first question is on your screen. Get ready with your keypads and start answering the question. Question is: the government in the budget unveiled the disinvestment policy and identified some sectors as strategic sectors, which include atomic energy, transport and telecommunications, petroleum and coal, insurance and financial services. So you have to select the correct answer code, that which of the following sectors are there, or which are the strategic sectors where disinvestment policy will be followed. Options are given over here, and your options are 1, 2 and 3. Option number B 1, 3 and 4. Option number C 2, 3 and 4, and option number D all, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Please answer this question. Okay, Aprajita is saying that the correct answer is D. Shalu Patel B. Kirti Singh C. Ripunjay B. Chandan is also saying B is the correct answer. Ankit Kumar C. Prayagraj B. Amit Yadav C. and Supreme is saying that B is the correct answer. Alright, so this time only Aprajita has given the correct answer, and your correct answer is D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Alright, and Ripunjay, yes, of course, now you have given the correct answer, and the correct answer is D. All these sectors are there where disinvestment policy would be implemented. Alright, so let's see what is the news. The government in the budget unveiled the disinvestment or strategic disinvestment policy and identified 4 sectors. What are these 4 sectors? Atomic energy, space and defense, transport and telecommunications, power, petroleum, coal and other minerals, and banking, insurance and financial services as strategic sectors where bare minimum CPSEs would be retained. Alright, so basically what would happen, either there would be total privatization would happen, or there would be less share of the government in these sectors. Alright, so let's see. The strategic sectors have been classified in 4 broad baskets: national security, critical infrastructure, energy and minerals, and last is your financial services. So that is why all the 4 sectors are included that are given in your options. Bare minimum to be retained means rest can be privatized or can be closed or merged or made subsidiary of another CPSEs. Alright, so these are the important facts that you should remember. And what are these sectors, as the budget would be your most important part in your upcoming examinations. Alright, whether it is your UPPCS, as you all know that today your UP budget would also be declared, so we will discuss that also in the upcoming session. So that is why important sessions would be coming, so be regular in the class. And we will, and union budget as well as your Uttar Pradesh budget, both are very important for your upcoming examinations and in your UPPCS examinations as well. Alright, so let's see what is the next question. Next question is, Brent crude is often used as a benchmark for the prices of crude oils, and it is found in parts of North Sea off the coast of which of the following countries? Options are Finland and Sweden. Option number B, United Kingdom and Norway. Option number C, British Isles Island in Ireland, and last option, Biscay near France. Do answer this question, everyone. Brent crude, alright, from which your crude oil is extracted. So Brent crude is often used as the benchmark for the prices of crude oils. It is found in parts of the North Sea off the coast of which of the following countries? Options are Finland and Sweden, United Kingdom and Norway, British Isles Island in Ireland, or Biscay near France. Okay, let's see what is the correct answer. So here your correct answer is United Kingdom and Norway. Alright, yes, Shiv Prasad, you have given the correct answer. So Brent blend is the name of one of the 2 internationally recognized types of crude oil that are used as benchmarks for prices of crude oil. Brent blend comes from the North Sea and is considered a light sweet crude oil, and Brent blend is more than half of the crude oil traded internationally. Alright, so it is the important fact, it is the important part which used to tackle the prices of crude oils. Alright, and that is why your petroleum and diesel prices are also increasing. So Brent blend is a blend of crude oil extracted from oil fields in the North Sea between the United Kingdom and Norway. Alright, so the correct answer is your option number B. Aprajita, Amit Yadav, Kirti, Ankit, Shalu, Prayagraj TV, you all have given the correct answer, and this time Ripunjay has given the wrong answer. Alright, so let's see what is the next question on your screen. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding flash droughts. Statement number 1, flash droughts are those that occur very quickly with soil moisture depleting rapidly. Statement number 2, in India, more than 70% of the flash droughts happen during the summer season. And statement number 3 is, factors like atmospheric anomalies and anthropogenic greenhouse gas emissions play an important role in flash droughts. So you have to answer that which of the above statements is or are correct. Options are 1 and 3, 1 only, 2 and 3, or all are correct, that is 1, 2 and 3. Please answer this question. Which of the following statements are correct? Ghanshyam is saying that A is the correct answer and second is not correct. Okay, Shalu Patel is saying D is the correct answer. Okay, let's see. Ankit Kumar is also saying A, Akash, D. Alright, so let's see. Here you are given three statements, and definitely your first option is correct, and first and third are correct, and second is not the correct option. Why is it so? Because in India, more than 82% of the flash floods happen not during the summer season, but it happened during the monsoon season. Alright. Yes, Aprajita, A is the correct answer. So let's see what is the explanation of this question. Flash droughts are those that occur very quickly with soil moisture depleting rapidly. Normally, developing drought conditions take months, but these happen within a week or in 2 weeks' time. And there are several factors, including atmospheric pressure, atmospheric anomalies, anthropogenic greenhouse gas emissions, and these play an important role in these flash floods. Alright, but it is widely believed that flash droughts will occur during the several months, as was reported in the western countries, but mostly driven by heat waves and are very high temperature. But in India, 82% of such extreme weather events happen during the monsoon period. So that is why, yes, flash droughts happen in India in rainy and monsoon season, not in summer season. Alright, Ghanshyam, usually I give only first answer. Alright, Ghanshyam, it's a very good thing. Alright, so congratulations that you have given the correct answer also. Okay, so here it is the data that is given over here, alright, and a big percentage of the flash droughts, it is the data given in 1951 and 2018, between 1951 and 2018, and occurred in monsoon, impacting kharif crops, alright. So there are 100% northwest region, alright, where share of flash droughts are there that happened in monsoon season. Alright, if we talk about western central, then 85% of the share is there which occurs, 85% of the land occurs flash droughts in the monsoon season, 42% in peninsular region, 60% in northeast region, and 75% in central northeast region, and 40% in Himalayan region. Alright, so these are the areas in which the percentage is given over here where flash droughts occur. Alright, in the monsoon seasons. Alright. So let's move to our next question and let's see what is it. So next question is, you have to consider the following statements. Statement number 1, India successfully achieved the Millennium Development Goals on good health and well-being. Statement number 2, Government of India cannot hold state governments responsible and accountable for their poor performance in achieving sustainable development goals. And statement number 3 that is given over here is, in terms of fertility rate, Kerala and Tamil Nadu have achieved the replacement level fertility. So you have to answer that which of the above statements is or are correct. Options are 1 and 2. Option number B, third only. Option number C, second and third, and option number D, first and third. You have to answer that which of the above statements are correct, is or are correct. Please answer this question. Statements are, India successfully achieved the Millennium Development Goals on good health and well-being. Government of India cannot hold state governments responsible and accountable for their poor performance in achieving sustainable development goals. Option number 3, statement number 3, in terms of fertility rate, Kerala and Tamil Nadu have achieved the replacement level fertility. Alright, so here, okay, so this time D is not the correct answer. Alright, and this time Ripunjay and Ankit has given the correct answer, and your correct answer are second and third statement. First statement is wrong. Alright, no Prajita, the correct answer is yours, option number C. Let's see. With the numbers given in the below chart, alright, I would be sharing a chart with you in the next slide. It is doubtful whether India will be able to achieve goal, that is good health and well-being, of the sustainable development goals set by the United Nations General Assembly in the year 2015. And India failed to achieve the earlier Millennium Development Goals because of the poor performance of the northern states, and it is surprising that the government of India does not hold them responsible and accountable for poor performance, but is satisfied satisfied with the average. Alright, so that is why this is the reason that your first statement is wrong. And since health is a state subject, the primary onus lies with the state governments, and each state government must focus on public health and aim to improve the health indicators mentioned above. The northern states are performing very poorly in these vital health parameters, and if we talk about the total fertility rate, it is very high in Bihar, that is 3.2 against the stabilization rate of 2.1, and Tamil Nadu and Kerala have done so well that their population will decline over the years. Alright, so the correct answer is your second and third statements are correct, but first is wrong. Alright, so here some key health parameters in the selected states are given. Alright, in Bihar, infant mortality rate is 32. Alright, under 5 mortality rate is 37. Alright, mortality maternal mortality ratio is 149. Alright, so these are the facts that is given over here, so you can read it later on. Next question on your screen is, Borneo Island is politically divided among which of the following countries? Options are Malaysia, Brunei or Indonesia. You have to select the correct answer code. Options are 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3 or 1, 2 and 3. Alright. Okay, I don't have any knowledge about Imran sir's class. Alright, so you can get the updates by notifications. If you have subscribed the channel, then definitely you will get the notifications. Alright. Okay. Okay, everyone, students are telling that tomorrow will be there. Tomorrow class will be there. Okay. So Ghanshyam is saying Brunei is the correct answer. Okay. Amit Yadav D, 1, 2 and 3. Aprajita is saying D, Chandrakant D, Shalu Patel C, Ripunjay all. Kirti Singh is also saying that D is the correct answer. Absolutely right, students. The correct answer is 1, 2 and 3. Alright, here we will discuss it in map also. So Brunei Island is the third largest island in the world and the largest in Asia. The island is politically divided among 3 countries, Malaysia and Brunei in the north and Indonesia to the south. Alright, so here all the 3 countries are covered in this Borneo Island. Alright, this is the map of this Borneo Island, where you can see that it is your Malaysia, this is Brunei and this is your Indonesia part. Alright, so this Borneo Island is covering all the 3 countries. Alright, so these are the important facts, geography questions that you should know. Alright, so now we are going to discuss one article, and after that we will discuss one question, that is your previous year question of UPPCS prelims examination. Alright, and we will discuss the article, we will discuss the facts related to that question also. Alright, so firstly we will discuss this article, and this article is related to your Australia versus Facebook. Alright, so here some dispute is going on between Australia and Facebook, and this is your new news media bargaining code. So here we will discuss that what is the dispute between, and here we will discuss some points. This time I am 110% sure. Alright, Ripunjay, very good. That's a good thing. So let's see what is the dispute that is going on between Australia and Facebook. Alright, and if you know anything about this news, you can also share it in the comment section. Alright, you all are free. So context is, Australian Prime Minister Morrison has launched a global diplomatic offensive to drum up support for Australia's proposed law. Alright, that is News Media and Digital Platforms Mandatory Bargaining Code Bill 2020. This bill mandates a bargaining code that aims to force Google and Facebook to compensate media companies for using their content. Alright, so what happens that Australia is claiming that Facebook and Google have to give the compensation to their news media, because they are using their links and they are sharing their links in Google and Facebook, and instead of whenever people search any news, what happens, instead of going to that news channel, they search it from Google and Facebook, and the revenue that is generated, that gets generated goes to Google and Facebook instead of going going to that news media channel. So that is why Australian government is saying that they have to compensate the media companies for using their content. All right. Ghanshyam, if you want the PDF, you can join the Telegram channel, that is GS World IS. Alright, there you can get the PDFs. So Australia Prime Minister has reached out to Indian and Canadian Prime Minister to discuss on such type of regulations. Alright, so recently what happened that Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison has reached out to Indian and Canadian Prime Minister to discuss on such type of regulations, and Australia's legislation, that is voluntary mechanism, was not the solution. If we talk about in the year 2017, back in 2017, what happened? The Australian Competition and Consumer Commission, ACCC, recommended a voluntary code with an aim to address the negotiating issue between major digital platforms and media businesses. Alright, and after that, based on these recommendations, the Australian government in the year 2019 asked various stakeholders and the ACCC to develop this voluntary code. And what happened after that? The ACCC, however, pointed out in April 2020 that the businesses were not likely to reach an agreement voluntarily, and this paved for drafting a mandatory code, that is your media bargaining code, that was launched in Australia. The provision of mandatory code requiring Google and Facebook to enter into payment negotiations with media companies with an arbiter mandated to adjudicate if no agreement is reached or face heavy fines has met with resistance. And then what happened? The arbiter is deemed important mainly for smaller publishers who may face a negotiation issue with the platforms. Alright, and European authorities have specifically linked payments to copyright without putting a forcing device into the agreements. And then what happened? That Australia's code, on the other hand, is almost entirely focused on the bargaining power of news outlets, vice versa the tech majors, and has some coarser features as well. Alright, so these are the important takeaways that you should remember. And what is the dispute behind this? This is the major issue. What is the issue behind this? You should also have the knowledge. So what is the core issue between these tech giants and regulators? Here we will discuss. While links to news may not be direct advertising money spinners for Facebook or Google, both see the presence of news as an important aspect of audience engagement with their products. So Google and Facebook are two of the largest and most profitable companies in history, and each holds far more bargaining power than any news publisher, and the news media bargaining code sets out to undo this imbalance. Alright, so what happened that whenever this vice versa means directly or indirectly. Ghanshyam, vice versa means directly or indirectly. Alright. So what happened, as you all know, that the largest and the most profitable companies are your Google and Facebook. So whenever there would be bargaining happen between these media channels, these news media and these both of the companies, what happened? There would be imbalance, and that is negotiations are not done properly. The fight in Australia is in fact centered on how much control these companies would be able to retain on their payment payout process, operational aspects such as deciding the quantum of payments for newsfeed sources and having to reveal changes in their algorithm. Alright, so now what is the response by tech giants? So if we talk about the tech giants, there are threats. In January 2021, when bill was being introduced, Google threatened to remove its search engine from Australia, and Facebook warned it could block Australian users from posting or sharing news links. Alright, so what happened that these things were happening by the Australian government, by the side from Australian government, and what reward they got from the from these tech giants, from Facebook and Google, they threatens those government that whenever this bill was being introduced, this Google would remove its search engine from Australia, and Facebook warned it could block Australian users from posting or sharing news link. Alright. Ripunjay, it means for users and publishers that they would not be able to use Google and Facebook anymore. Alright, yes, the fight is between these tech giants, Google and Facebook, and with the government of Australia. But in this way, what happened, the users and publishers won't be able to use Google and Facebook anymore. There would be other search engines that they would be able to use, all right, like Internet Explorer is there, and other Google, Yahoo is there, all right, other search engines are there. They can use that thing. But if we talk about Google and Facebook, they can use other social networking site instead of Facebook, but they won't be able to use these two platforms, all right. And what are the arguments in Google, what are the arguments of Google and Facebook? They say that the media industry was already benefiting from traffic routed to them by the digital platforms, and that the proposed rules would expose the internet companies to unmanageable levels of financial and operational risk. Alright, and there are some conciliatory position of Google also. Google has backtracked and has moved ahead to sign a deal with one of the news corporation, and there is retaliation by Facebook. What a retaliation has done that. However, Facebook, which has 17 million users in Australia, retaliated with a news blackout, blocking all news links on its platform. Alright, so what happened that after this happened, what happened that recently Facebook has blocked all the news links channels in Australia. And what is the consequences of Facebook's action? In the process, Facebook also ended up silencing some emergency services and reportedly removed posts from Australia's Bureau of Meteorology, state health departments, fire and rescue services, charities and emergency and crisis services. All right, and after blocking these news channels, what happened? There are some emergency services also that used to have this been posted in Facebook. Facebook have removed the post from all the Australia's Bureau of Meteorology, health departments, emergency contact numbers, crisis services, everything. Alright, what is Facebook's issue with the code? Ripunjay, Facebook's issue with the code is that it is using the data of the news media. Alright, what is happening that Facebook and Google, both the platforms are using the data from the news media. And like if we are searching anything, like if we are searching the avalanche in Uttarakhand, alright, so what happened, or landslide in Uttarakhand, what happened? If particular India TV news is giving the news, then when we are searching in Google, what happened? There are directly short news that is given over there, and we search it through Google, and we go to the Google news and have the data, but we never go to the India TV news in general. And similarly, what happened that these short news we can get access through Facebook also, but not through the direct channel. Alright, so what happened that this revenue goes to either Google or Facebook instead of going to the media channel. So this is the issue between the media giants that is going on between Google and that is going on with Facebook and Google. Alright. And the debate in India, the debate is also going on in India. According to the FICCI EY report for 2020, there are 300 million users of online news sites, portals and aggregates in the country, and making up approximately 46% of internet users and 77% of smartphone users in India at the end of 2019. With 282 million unique visitors, India is the second largest online news consuming nation after China. Alright, so after China, India is the second largest online news consuming, that we are just following the news through either Facebook or Google. Alright, instead of going through the direct news channel through online mode. Alright, when we use television also, but apart from having the news, getting access of the news through media channels, we use Google and Facebook, and this revenue goes to these platforms. And instead of sharing this revenue with the news media, they are saying that we are not going to compensate this amount with any news channel. Alright, so in India, digital advertising expense in 2019 grew 24% year on year to rupees 27,900 crore and are expected to grow to rupees 51,340 crores by 2020. A substantial discussion on the impact of intermediary platforms on the health of news media outlets is yet to begin in any meaningful way. Alright, so these are the important facts regarding the news media and Australia and Facebook war that is going on there, and Facebook has blocked everything in Australia. Alright, and Australia's legislation sets a precedent in regulating social media across geographies and is being closely watched the world over. Alright, so now it's the time for us to discuss one previous year question, and we will discuss the related topic also. Alright, so here the question is on your screen. Please answer this question first of all. So the question is, National Clean Air Program has been launched by the central government in which year? Options are 2018, 2017, 2020 and 2019. And this was the question of your 2020 UP PCS prelims examination. Alright, and if we talk about this question comes under your topic environmental ecology, biodiversity and climate change. Alright, this is the question of your part environmental ecology, biodiversity and climate change. Alright, and this is the most important part of your syllabus. Alright, it is given in your syllabus also, and this is the most important part, and approximately 10 to 15 questions would come from this part only, that is from environment, ecology, biodiversity and climate change. This comes, there would be, you would be getting 10 to 15 questions every year. Alright, so this is the question and you have to answer that. National Clean Air Program has been launched by the central government in which year? Options are 2018, 2017, 2020 and 2019. Alright, so everyone is giving the answer that 2019 is the correct answer. So here today we will discuss the National Clean Air Program in detail so that you can have the full knowledge of the question, and again if this question or any other question related to this topic would come in your examination, then you would be able to answer that question. Alright, so Aprajita is saying that B is the correct answer, and every other student, Chandrakant, Amit, Kirti, Ashish, Ripunjay, alright, everyone is saying 2019. Alright, Aprajita is also saying that 2019 is the correct answer. Absolutely right. The correct answer is your 2019. Alright, let's see. What is National Clean Air Program? Alright, so the National Green Tribunal, NGT, has directed the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change to modify the National Clean Air Program, which proposes 20 to 30% reduction of air pollution by 2024. Alright, so this would be the important part that would come in your examination again, and this time the question may get twisted and the question can come that by which year National Clean Air Program proposes to reduce air pollution by 20 to 30%. So you have to remember this year, that is by the year 2024. Alright, again this question may come in your examination but in another form. Alright, so what are the key points? It was launched by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change in January 2019, and it is the first ever effort in the country to frame a national framework for air quality management with a time-bound reduction target. Alright, so basically what happened that basically government works for the welfare of air pollution. It is working for the betterment of environment, but this time this is the time-bound reduction target that is planned by the government. This is the first ever effort in the country. It seeks to cut the concentration of coarse particulate matter of diameter 10 micrometer or less, or PM10, and fine particles, particulate matter of diameter 2.5 micrometer or less, or PM 2.5, by at least 20% in the next 5 years, with 2017 as the base year for comparison. Alright, so again your question would become important that what is the base year for the National Clean Air Program? So it is your 2017. Alright, the plan includes 102 non-attainment cities across 23 states and union territories, which were identified by the Central Pollution Control Board on the basis of their ambient air quality data between 2011 and 2015. Alright, so these are the important facts that you should remember, that how many states and cities are part of this. So there would be 102 non-attainment cities that are included in this plan across 23 states and union territories. What are non-attainment cities? These are those that have fallen short of the National Ambient Air Quality Standards NAAQS for over 5 years. Alright, so this definition would come in your examination, that what are non-attainment cities. There would be four options of the explanation. So you should remember that these are those the cities that have fallen short of National Ambient Air Quality Standards for over 5 years. Alright, over 5 years, and again your options would come that over 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. So you have to remember that this limitation is for 5 years. What is the National Green Tribunal's view in this regard? The enforcement of the Sustainable Development Principle and Public Trust Doctrine require stern measures to be adopted to give effect to the mandate of international obligations related to environmental quality, for which the Environment Protection Act 1986 was enacted. Alright, and the Public Trust Doctrine, as discussed by the National Green Tribunal, it states that the sovereign or a state holds the trust of people to manage the designated resources for the benefit of the people. Alright, and the right to clean air stood recognized as part of the right to life, and failure to address air pollution is a denial of right to life under Article 21. Alright, so right to clean air would be understood as the right to life under Article 21, as it is important that if it would fail, then what happened, that we wouldn't be able to live for longer period. So NGT's directions, what are the NGT's direction regarding this National Clean Air Program? The timeline to reduce air pollution by 20 to 30% by 2024 needs to be reduced. The target of reduction needs to be increased. It suggested the ministry to review and action in terms of shift to e-vehicles and CNG vehicles, intensifying public transport system, mechanical cleaning of roads, enhancement of public parking facilities, improvement in fuel quality and traffic management. Alright, and it also directed the state pollution control boards to ensure the assessment and installation of the requisite number of real-time online continuous ambient air quality monitoring system within 6 months. Alright, apart from this, it also directed an expert team of the Central Pollution Control Board to design a model for source apportionment and carrying capacity assessment within 2 months, which may be replicated for all the non-attainment cities, and we have just discussed that what are these non-attainment cities. Alright, so here we will discuss that what is source apportionment and carrying capacity. It is the practice of deriving information about pollution sources and amount they contribute to ambient air pollution levels. Alright, and what are the carrying capacity? The concept of carrying capacity addresses the question as to how many people can be permitted into any area without the risk of degrading the environment there. Alright, so what is the carrying capacity and source apportionment? I think that you would understand this thing. So what is National Green Tribunal over here? We will discuss some static portion also about National Green Tribunal. So it is a specialized body. Basically it is a specialized body set up under the National Green Tribunal Act 2010. What is the act? So it is implemented. It is set up under the Act 2010 of National Green Tribunal Act for effective and expeditious disposal of cases related to environmental protection and conservation of forest and other natural resources. And apart from this, it also draws inspiration from India's constitutional provision of Article 21, which assures the citizens of India the right to a healthy environment. Right to life is directly related to right to healthy environment. Apart from this, Original jurisdiction, it is related to matters of substantial question relating to the environment and damage to the environment due to specific activity. It follows principle of natural justice. NGT is mandated to make disposal of applications or appeals finally within 6 months of filing the same, and the NGT has 5 places of city. New Delhi New Delhi is the principal place of sitting. Other states are Bhopal, Pune, Kolkata and Chennai. Alright, so other places where of sitting are Bhopal, Pune, Kolkata and Chennai, where NGT can sit. Alright, so these are the important facts, current affairs news we have discussed. We have discussed one article, we have discussed some questions related to current affairs, and we have discussed one previous year question and related topic of that question. Alright, in this way we will continue our session for till our exam. So be regular in the session, please share the session, and if you like the session, so please press the like button and subscribe the channel if you are new to this channel, and share the video as much as you can. Alright, so that's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Have a nice day, and we will meet again tomorrow. Be regular in the session and be regular and share the session. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye. Good night, everyone.